Have you ever stood up quickly and suddenly seen the room go white for a second, feeling dizzy or unsteady, or walked out of the bathroom and had your legs briefly give out, forcing you to grab the wall? My mother-in-law started experiencing this every morning a few months ago, and at first we assumed she was just groggy. It turned out to be orthostatic hypotension, a clearly defined medical condition that becomes far more common as we age. Today I will walk you through exactly what it is, why it matters, and what you can do about it, starting tomorrow morning, so stay with me. Here is why this deserves real attention. Many people dismiss brief dizziness upon standing as nothing important, but multiple medical sources report that roughly 20% of adults over 60 experience orthostatic hypotension, with rates significantly higher among nursing home residents. Left unaddressed, this is not just uncomfortable. It has been linked in multiple studies to falls and fractures. Ignoring this pattern could mean risk quietly accumulating over time, though the good news is that a few simple habit changes can meaningfully reduce that risk. So what exactly is orthostatic hypotension? When you go from lying or sitting to standing, gravity pulls blood toward your legs and lower body. In a healthy body, your autonomic nervous system responds instantly, slightly raising heart rate and constricting blood vessels to restore blood flow to the brain within seconds. When this response slows down or fails to work properly, blood flow to the brain briefly drops, causing blurred vision, lightheadedness, or in severe cases, actual fainting. Medically, it is defined as a systolic blood pressure drop of 20 mm of mercury or more, or a diastolic drop of 10 mm of mercury or more, within 3 minutes of standing. As we age, this autonomic response naturally slows and blood vessels lose some elasticity, making the condition more common than it was in younger years. Here is something many people miss: this is not caused by age alone. Multiple studies consistently point to common medications, like blood pressure drugs, diuretics, certain antidepressants, and prostate medications, as significant contributors. Parkinson's disease and other neurological conditions affecting the autonomic nervous system also increase frequency. Dehydration, prolonged bed rest before standing, and blood pooling in the digestive tract after meals can all worsen symptoms as well. Now for something genuinely surprising. Recent combined analyses suggest orthostatic hypotension may be linked not just to falls, but to cognitive decline and dementia risk. One review found lower cognitive test scores and higher future dementia risk among people with this condition. The proposed explanation is that repeated brief drops in brain blood flow every time you stand could accumulate subtle effects over time. I want to be honest. That causation is not fully established here, only association. But this still shows why dismissing this as simple dizziness is not wise. Here is the most important tip. The single most powerful prevention method is simply controlling how fast you stand. Multiple medical sources recommend a staged approach. Instead of jumping straight from lying down to standing, sit on the edge of the bed, first for 30 seconds to a minute, letting your body adjust before rising slowly. Crossing your legs or tensing your calf muscles for a few seconds right before standing can also help push pooled blood back upward. Here is what to actually do starting today. First, follow the 3-step sequence every morning. Sit, pause at the bedside, then stand slowly. Second, stay well hydrated and drink a glass of water slowly right after waking. Third, remain seated for 10 to 15 minutes after meals before standing, since digestion pulls blood toward the stomach. Fourth, if you take multiple medications, ask your doctor or pharmacist whether any could be worsening symptoms, but never adjust dosages yourself. Fifth, install grab bars in bathrooms and other tight, slippery spaces, so you have immediate support if dizziness strikes. For a simple weekly plan, practice the sit, pause, stand sequence on day 1. Spread water intake through the day on day 2. Start resting after meals on day 3. Review your medication list before your next appointment. On day 4, check for needed grab bars. On day 5, practice leg crossing and calf tensing on day 6, and assess your progress on day 7. One critical safety note: if dizziness is severe and repeated, or you have actually fainted, Please see a doctor rather than managing this alone, especially if chest pain or a racing heart accompanies it. If you have Parkinson's disease or diabetes, check your blood pressure. Lying down and standing regularly and share results with your doctor. Recovery speed varies by cause. Some people improve within days, just by changing how they stand. Others may need medication adjustments. The key is never dismissing this as just aging. Why not start tomorrow morning? By simply sitting at the edge of your bed for a moment? If this helped, please subscribe and share it with someone who gets dizzy when they stand.